Fine, fine. I guess we'll start off in the hospital where people are starting to recover and and everything's well. The hospital doesn't shut down, but the next ship is going in for the night. And nameless, you've been invited to a bar by one of the doctors that's actually that's a emergency doctor that's actually a cleric, Pamela.
All right then. I go and meet up with them.
Like, ah, what a day! Thank God you came in. Thank God you came in. I was pretty much out of spells, and you notice that her upper left shoulder has a symbol um Iamade on the sleeve.
Iamity?
Yeah.
If you're not aware, she's basically the generic do-gooder paladin goddess. You know, sword and shield, knightly kind of stuff. Just to give you the quick backstory of it,
Ah,
Yes. Also, don't profane the dead in front of her.
she's a she is a lawful good. Just to give you the heads up.
interesting. I see you
Yeah.
have quite the choice of a god.
Well, I forgot to actually written down what Sister Love and by default anything that's under her follows. So
Yeah, I've mainly just been focusing on on learning the knowledges of medicine and healing in order to help prevent the loss of life.
yeah. During my adventures, I had a whole old woman taught me how to who taught me how to heal where there's no healing at all. And as you walk to Emzo's bar, you see a very old woman with a big bag of holding. She's like, "Ah, my old student, how are you doing? Ah, mistress, it's good to see you again. I heard you had some trouble. I heard you also ran out of magic. My teachers did you well." Yes, it did. But what are you doing here? Uh, my new that that insane Tabassi has to take off for a couple of days. Apparently, her and her mother are going to mourn their father for next. Her and her mother are going to mourn her father soon. Her mother's going to stop by the castle to see some someone named William or something like that to to talk to him directly about the to talk to him directly about, I guess now a former member of the Sorcerer Council.
Oh, what happened with the Sorcerer Council?
Gee. Oh, and who are you, my friend?
My name is Kushuki Hijiro.
Ah, Bushuki, how are you? I am, I'm Dr. Pamela. I'm Dr. Lady Smith's, I guess, teacher, if you will. You just tell me, Anne, how you doing? Anyway, apparently one of the newest members is was going absolutely positively bonkers. They
Oh,
tried to rein her in, but apparently nothing worked. They so I heard they had a emergency meeting to dismiss her, if you will.
Oh, that is quite a situation for such a trusted member to have such a bad streak of issues.
They didn't trust her. Trust me. They only brought her on because she was very powerful, and they want to let's just say make sure that the power is, let's just say, point in the right direction. Unfortunately, because our family is a sport rich bastards, it's pretty much impossible.
As the saying goes, with great power comes great responsibility. Sometimes people don't follow such responsibility.
Ah, don't kill me, right? Hey, Veb, how about another shot? How about another shot, if you will?
You got it! And I pour out a shot and slide it down the bar.
The old woman takes it and starts drinking it. Eh, besides, he points at his student like, I heard that you got married and didn't invite me to the wedding.
Oh?
She points at Pamela like, and to that gentleman right over there, and she points at one of the things walking to thing the waitress walking around the bar. She
Huh.
she she blushes and yeah. Like, and
Uh,
that's why you can't become a sister. Good choice, actually. Not exactly a fan of. Not exactly a fan. I respect the jurors, but I'm not exactly a fan of it. If you know what I mean.
Everyone has their preference.
Anyway, guess on to the main plot. A messenger bird comes in and lands on Amso's lap. He reads a message like, "Ooh, well, this is interesting."
Oh, what happened?
Ari, are you in this bar somewhere?
Hmm?
Jim Pan?
Yeah, my guy would be at
Whoops.
the he would be at the tavern always if he's not doing anything else. He's always in the kitchen.
Yeah, but pretty much, it's a letter that says that Arya and a bar they just call Jack is to be reported to to the island of House Fleur for a business meeting. They need some accompanying music to, let's just say, calm the mood a little bit.
Okay.
I guess I'm
Wait,
guessing I hear this from Enzo about this meeting or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she has to speak loud enough so you can hear her through the kitchen.
I'll come out and be like, yeah, I'll come out the kitchen, come up to Enzo, and be like, message? What's the message all about?
Apparently Holly's mother wants to calm things down with her business associates ever since her daughter went on a rampage.
And she's inviting you?
No, she's invited Holly and I guess my father's bard. Because in her words, she she's going to own these bars soon. She puts it in quotes. She's going to own these bars soon, and therefore her and since Holly paid Aurora to be her personal bard, she's all the family's personal bards, at least according to her psychopathic mind.
Hmm. That is interesting, to say the
Hmm.
least.
And now the thing you want to ask about, and now the thing you want to ask about, roll to see if any of her associates, including her seven in total, heard of you to request you to be your personal chef.
So, what do I roll?
Let me double check.
I would probably so like this is just information, like my information out there.
Oh god, Holly actually has a stat sheet.
Also, by the way, quick question out of character. For the for my disguise as a human, does anyone need to roll to detect it or no?
I think the
Or
only
at least
person
there's
that
some
rolls that
active
needs a
doing it.
detective currently is Scrap.
Okay, because I currently have the Hat of Disguise, so he needs to beat a. Let me double check. It's a +10 for the Hat of Disguise, plus the 10 for the natural thing for being a Kitsune, plus my 17. So he needs to beat a 37 plus bonus.
And
So
as for you, I'll say diplomacy is is a fair shot to see if anyone else heard of you.
Diplomacy.
You miss.
All right. Maybe an 8.
Six,
Oh,
5 more times,
okay. We'll do this.
or else you gotta sneak on that.
Missing
Because with
five.
an 8, you have to sneak on that ship.
I just did the rest. So it's a 4, 11, 18, 6, and 12.
Okay, the 18 passes.
Hey, yeah,
One
diplomacy.
one of the people. Oh, there's another message. Lady Lady
Huh?
Bricksmith. I guess the people who owned like the bricks the Bricksmith. Strange name. The Bricksmith Metalworking Company has also requested you actually points at Scrap to be her personal chef.
Yeah.
She doesn't trust Lady Fleur.
They want me there.
Well,
One of them? Which one is it again?
Lady Bricksmith. You never saw her before, but I guess you heard her reputation.
Wait, who's she responsible for? Like, is she in charge of like a famous company or just famous family? I've
Sagan?
never heard. I'm basically asking who is she? Like, is she in charge of like a big trading company, a famous company, or like a famous family? That's what I'm asking.
Bricksmith? I, I, I the one. She's like the biggest trade when it comes to metal in the world. Like
Like,
you're about to go into the center of old people money, if you will.
well, I
Like
will.
like a metal train company, someone who supplies war weapons. Let's see now. Ooh, a food train company,
This will be
an alchemist
interesting.
company, and one more I can't think of off the top of my head.
Huh. Interesting. Well, I will
Anyway,
definitely.
according to this notes, the ship will arrive the next day to also pick up Lord, I guess Mister Ford's car as well.
Oh, interesting. Um, yeah, I will definitely accept that. Um, I think I just gotta get ready. Did they say when the ship's gonna be coming in?
Uh, Early tomorrow afternoon.
Alright. Alrighty. Well, like I said,
Aura, do you accept her quote unquote proposal as well?
Me?
Do
Yeah.
you accept going to Fort Island to pretty much be her personal bard?
Or
Say again?
yes.
All right. Well, the ship departs in the morning.
well,
I'll
I will.
go ahead.
Yeah, my guy will get ready, and I will also inform William of these circumstances and who has requested me. So, William, I'll probably go to your. Where's William right now?
That's a good question, William.
I'm probably, as usual, dealing with administrative shit. building shit. You know me. Stuff's kind of running itself these days.
Well, I'm gonna try to find where your RC will, and
Yeah.
be like, and once I do finally find you, I'll be like, William, I must inform you of something that might be of interest to you.
Oh.
Well, there's a big, and I'm saying big, meeting between that druid bitch's mother and several of her business partners. And apparently, one of her business partners, what was her? I'm already forgetting the name. What was
Uh,
the
Lady Bricksmith.
Lady Bricksmith? You ever heard of the name?
Hmm.
Apparently, she's.
I'm assuming I'd have to roll like nobility to try to determine since
Yeah, both advantage
question.
since you're in the same business world as she is, so roll
Got it.
advantage.
Question: Would it be would the DC be like a 10? Is this like common knowledge for nobles?
I'll say yeah because
Yeah, because I've got a bonus of 10 to knowledge nobility, so I might just recognize.
so yeah
Okay.
you know who she what factory she you know what business she's in if you and stuff like that.
Yeah, apparently she wanted me to be her own personal chef. It seems. And I've accepted it due to the big honor this is, but I might as well let you know. I don't know if you have good relations with that person or not, with like business wise. What is your take on it, William? Should I try
Hmm.
to see if we can, I don't know, smoothly get her on our side? I don't know if she hates like.
I believe a meeting should be set up. Figure out what her goals are before though. I don't want to go into the meeting blind.
I'm guessing when the meeting's all over, I can hand her a letter from you saying you wish to talk to her. Would that be appropriate?
Yes. Once we know her motives, I'd like to speak with her face to face if possible.
Relay all the info I can about her as soon as the meeting is over. And I am gonna get ready to go, Ty, and basically get all my stuff ready. I'm gonna also inform the twins on where I'm going, tell them I'll be back, and basically just start preparing for this. Really.
All right, does anyone else want to prepare for anything before the next day?
I guess there's nothing really for me to, I guess,
You
learn about my.
you can still talk to Web about your ice cream making business.
Yep.
I what do I really know anything about Web at all?
The old doctor's like, oh, Web, he's a very great bartender. Pass a shot along, Web.
Aye. And
Like
he passes the shot.
if he even invented a brewery, if you believe it or not.
Hmm, that's that sounds quite interesting. Hey Web, you got a minute?
Aye. Well, a moment. And he pours a shot and then successfully hurls it across the room into an open hand without a drop spilling.
The old lady catches it and drinks it without fail.
Ah, still got it. Aye. How can I help you?
I was told that you are a bit of an inventor for different types of food-based and drink-based products, at least for the brewery.
Aye. I am.
How'd you get into that exactly?
I'm a member of the Order of the Flagon, and bars tend to be a place where we tend to frequent. So I eventually then picked up an interest in being a bartender herself, and oh, here I am.
Ah, interesting. I've always recently been having ideas for maybe trying to get in more cold food products because I've noticed like it's always kind of hard to like keep things nice, fresh, and cold, except for like this new technology that's in the city.
Aye. I've been using some of that to help make a nice chilling effect to the distillery process.
Hmm. Out of character, is yogurt a thing currently in the area, or is it no? Not.
See why not? Yogurt's relatively easy to make.
Yeah. Easy made, but no one produces it because at, until the party came around, there's no freezing process,
Yeah.
refrigerating process. So no one try.
I've been thinking about possibly investing into like the dairy business for as we make it for so many things like cookies, cake, maybe even try preserving cream or something like that, or making dairy-based sweets,
You got my
nice and
attention.
chilled. I'm
Got
thinking
my
about
attention.
inventing this thing called iced cream because it's cold as ice, but also very creamy.
Hmm. Sounds interesting. Need any assistance with that? Any ingredients? I got some good. I can at least. I believe I can make some room near my distillery to, help share the cold and help with the get you some
Yeah.
room to get started.
Yeah, I'm currently, as far as I'm aware, I'm just gonna be looking into cream itself as well as sugar, and then trying to see what I can do with it to see what I can add to it to make it improve it more, maybe something to thicken it, as well as also make sure it stays sweet.
Aye. You know what? Why don't we head back to the keep and I'll start making you some room so you can work with. Mittens, man the bar. And Nameless sees like a pony get right behind the bar.
Amsel just waits like I'm still here.
All right then. I guess we will do that then.
Yep.
Thank you.
And he holds his hand out.
It's a pleasure. It's nice to meet you. I'm Kushi. I'm Koshuke Hijiro.
Koshuki Hijiro. Koshuki Hijiro. He's just repeating that a few times just to make sure you can pronounce it correctly.
Yep, that's the name.
Yep. Vebborn Belhand. Though most people just call me Veb.
Febhor Balehand. Interesting.
Hey. Now, I'll show you like that spot that I was thinking of where I could get you some room at the keep. So I lead him to the keep, where my
And I follow.
distillery is.
I follow his lead. And GM, what do we have to roll for the? Are we going to be starting the experimentation now, or just the setup phase?
Hmm. A separate phase for now.
All right then.
So I show him. I show him like the room where the distillery is, and it's about the size of. Like you never seen like the how big a brewery at a brew pub is.
Kind of. It's not. It's not exactly gigantic, but it's nice and big a bit.
Yeah, it's about the room takes up about that same rough area, square footage. Right. So we got a good, quarter of the room left for free. We could then maybe set up some refrigeration over there. A little workbench there, cooking set. Let's see what else. Cream. Need one of that's a butter churn. That makes butter. That will just start like like mentioning things that they're probably going to need, things that they could get easily, things that might take a bit of time. But all in all, I think we could probably get something good out of this. What's your thoughts on the matter?
I'd say. I'd say it makes sense for a mixer, something to keep it cool as we mix it apart to make sure it's makes nice and cold, and probably a proper thickening agent dispenser.
Hey, and add to it, we're right by the distillery. We could then use the alcohol from there to make sure that everything's nice and clean and sterilized.
Yes, and possibly. People like sweet
Thinking?
alcohol, correct?
It's hard to keep it on the shelves at certain times of the year.
If it goes well, maybe we could try alcohol infusions as well.
Ah, yes. Maybe a mix up a few flavors, like a black and tan ice cream. Good old bourbon. Like a smoky bourbon taste on ice cream. The
Indeed, I like the way
possibilities.
you think.
Oh yeah, that also reminds me. Veb just goes towards an area where there's a few barrels. I gotta drop these off at the hospital.
Oh,
Yep.
I haven't worked there, so I'll help you out.
Yeah, it's 199 proof. So it's mostly going to be used for antiseptic and disinfectant and sterilization.
And industrial uses.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. I can't see why I can't help you there since you're already helping me out.
Alrighty then. Grab a barrel. Let's get going.
Alright, I go help him out with that.
Actually, I recommend you maybe roll the barrel. These things are kind of heavy.
How much do they weigh?
Let's see. Give me a minute to do a bit.
Because out of character, I might be able to fit it in my quick and that bag of holding. See, had me get.
Give me a second to get you the exact weight. £600.
Yeah, definitely rolling it.
Yeah.
No normal person could lift that much.
I don't think even that old lady's giant bag of holding could hold 600 pounds.
Well, okay. Well, the thing is, what are you guys moving?
A barrel of alcohol.
Do you guys just want to call a steam courier? We literally have pickup trucks, effectively.
Yeah,
going around the city.
Yeah, I was bringing it outside of out of my workshop area and going to load it up onto a carriage.
You haven't asked me to put a little crane in there and a little trolley yet?
I'm pretty sure he did in an earlier session, and I just am blanking on it.
I mean, it's one of those things we could also kind of hand wave it as, industrialization.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Either way, it loads faster with two people instead of one person.
Yeah. Two people, even if it's just simple manual pulley chain stuff, having two people helps. One to kind of keep it stable, the other pulling it up, then two people pushing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright. Guess unless someone else has to do something else. The next day comes and goes, and the afternoon comes, and a giant, shiny,
Oh, Ty.
let's just say this.
Hey, Ty.
This ship almost wants to be robbed. That's how over the top glitz and glamour it is. If it wasn't for several cannons and wizards literally standing on the deck, it would have been.
Hey, Ty.
What's up?
Before I go, I'm gonna go check up on the panda bear.
Say again?
I'm gonna go check up on the panda bear. I want to see how he's doing before I leave.
He's healed up as best as the doctors can. The animal doctors can heal him. But right now it's just rusting.
Alright, so I'll go over there before I leave. Give him some little scratches. See how he's doing, and then tell him that I'll have to be away for a bit, but I will come back, and I hope that he's gonna feel better.
She licks her face in appreciation.
All big belly rub. Yeah, big belly rub.
Oh.
And then I will get ready to make my way to this over-the-top ship.
Yeah, as you approach, you see some of the worker ants dragging Mr. Fleur's car back into the ship for repairs.
Wait, didn't we repo his car?
Well, we captured him, and I probably have it stored somewhere.
Okay, so back a little bit. So one of the working ants just goes to Reaper's like, all right, so how much is it to get the car out?
It's not repoed. It's captured as evidence as part of an investigation.
Yeah.
Wait,
Boy.
wait, wait! It's captured. I'm saying this in
Inven-
character. Wait, it's
evidence.
captured as an investigation. I thought it was just repoed. Ah, the ladies is going like this. Ah, motherfucker. As he, like, okay, how much is it? Cause I know my lady's gonna ask this. How much is it to have this evidence disappear?
Are are you trying to bribe an official?
No, we're trying
Guard
to.
sees him. You're under arrest for attempted bribery.
It's just a working hand.
When you say working ant, is it like an actual ant or?
Just a normal human that's saying 9 to 5, just working for one of the worst
Yeah.
bosses ever.
Yeah.
He's arrested for attempted bribery.
Yeah. And he's going to be grilled, and he'll be given an option. Hey, if you turn on the lady and provide evidence that she's ordering, bribes, we'll let you off. We'll start that.
As he defeatedly says, like, yeah, but unless there's a direct order, she's gonna say, I didn't say to bribe the official. I just want my husband's car back. And she has a shitload of lawyers to say to help her out.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, we'll just slowly be chipping away at those resources she's got. What is the Ty? What is the source of this family's wealth?
Uh, pretty much shipping shipping and pretty much being partners with a bunch of different other industries.
Hmm.
Like hey, you have an oil industry you want to get started?
Yeah.
I'll just forward you the cash and you can pay me back with interest. That is shipping industry, but you almost pretty much per out business that stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it'd be so unfortunate if suddenly when those ships in the open ocean, they just sank without a trace and no survivors. That'd be so unfortunate. Don't you guys think so?
Say again?
Oh, wouldn't it be so unfortunate if some of her boats just in the middle of the open ocean just sank with no survivors?
That'd be
Fortunate.
very unfortunate.
I hate to say it, but her Mr. Bob Fleur's great grandparents already thought that too. Well, they come from old money, so there were pirates and raiders and Vikings all over the place. So they have insurance policy. So if their ships get hit or sink and no survivors, they still get the money.
Yeah, but the problem is the more that you tap into insurance, the less likely you're able to get insurance later on.
Say again?
The more you tap into insurance,
The
the
higher it
later,
gets, I know.
the more expensive it gets, and the harder it gets to get new policy.
Like, tell tell Bob the Third and Mrs. Fleur that. Anyway, so you're off to the islands of, well, you said it right the last second. This is pretty much the Hollywood Hills of islands. You see
Yep.
pretty much big mansions and
Mhm.
giant big mansions and giant like castles upon the hills all over the place. And then you approach Fleur's mansion, and the first thing you notice is okay. Remember Kingsman, where you have to when you attempt to land the ship, you have a machine gun on you until you confirm who you are. Purpose is the same thing with cannonball, with magic cannonballs.
So instead of machine guns like we have, they just
No,
have.
no, no. I meant instead of machine guns, they have magic cannonballs in which, oh, you're not supposed to be on this island. Shoot, bang, dead.
I'm guessing these cannons are the size of. You ever heard of a bombard, Ty?
No, but I think I've
Yeah,
heard of it.
think like mortar
Basically imagine a regular cannon, but
that
you
fires
decided,
boulders.
yeah, it fires
Basically,
bullets times 10. There was one famous bombard that was used to destroy the hill or the walls of Constantinople. That's how they're able to take Constantinople. Was they had to use these giant ass bombards, which are hard to move, but fire basically what Sewell said, giant ass boulders that no wall could withstand.
Well, that would be a good thing because they're shielded by like an entire fort. Both cannons are shielded by like an entire metal fortress.
Uh,
Anyway, as you approach, you see. Actually, roll me both Jim Pan Scrap roll me history checks.
Ty, if you look at the Pathfinder game,
23
that's what the bombard is.
or 22.
And you said roll a history.
Yeah.
Where's my? All right, so
All right.
16.
And I'm going to roll for what you call it, just in case. 12 plus. All right. So Aria has the highest history. The tattoos that the tattoos they wear is from a merchant sorry a mercenary company. I was about to say merchant company, a mercenary company that's said to be long dead a long time ago, but apparently it's working for the. But now it's apparently working for the in secret for the Flora family for I guess decades now.
Okay.
They were the badasses of all badasses. Anyway, they let you off into them. They let you off into the island, and the first thing you notice is that you have this big mansion on top, and surrounding it, I'm going to say straight up, is slave houses. That's where the workers, except for the back where you actually see where the actual mercenaries stay at. That's where all the let's just say the 9 to 5ers live.
Okay, so it's really massive.
Oops. Well, and yes, I'm using the same mansion, but because I couldn't find a mansion that actually represented what I actually want to show it off. Yeah, I know, but I couldn't actually find a mansion I actually want to represent it, and even with the map building program I have, I couldn't
I know.
do anything about. So I just used the same mansion.
I
I am for
remember
the
this nation
big.
getting blown up before.
I am for the beginning of your adventure, Scrap. So yay.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Anyway, anyway, you went to the front door about here, and about 5 minutes later, you see pretty much several old, like 60, 70-year-old people, like truffed up suits, very Trap substitutes various bodyguards walk into the mansion.
Alright.
Like
And my guy's gonna be
like
paying like
Lady
close attention to
Brickwall
everything.
sees you and shakes your hand. So like, hello. Thank you for my request. Thank you for following with my request.
And I'll give her a slight bow. Be like, I am honored that you have selected me as one of your personal chefs, my lady. I
To be
will
honest,
find
I
out.
don't trust Lady Flora's food. Who knows if he's going to poison me or not?
Oh, I thought this was a. From what I told, I thought you guys were. I, excuse me, as I am not really that big into
Uh,
business politics or business.
Fortunately, Mr. Scrap, I'm afraid there's no friends in the business world. This kill or be killed.
Oh,
Anyway, she pulls out a small like, here's the stuff I'm allergic to. Please don't add this in my food.
yes, and I'll dutifully look at this, and I'll be like, all right, yeah, no, and I'll look at her, like, no problem, miss. I will make sure that your food is something to remember.
Uh,
As I'm looking over
Meanwhile,
everything.
Arya, obviously this obviously Jack is Lord Lord Grande, but she not she, he elbows like just do me my do me your favorite little lady. Just follow my lead and my notes, and go do this dinner just fine and interesting. Besides, I have a second job here I wish to accomplish. I don't need any surprises, if you know what I mean. AKA prepare for several performance checks too.
Okay.
Anyway, you look around the mansion and you see that, well, like I said, they're pretty much dressed sec- in pretty much high wig slave gear, if you will.
Yep,
Like
and
$1 an hour, barely any breaks.
I will try to find the kitchen as to prepare.
Say again?
I'm gonna try to find where the kitchen is. Basically, I'm gonna start preparing where I need to cook
One of the
everything.
butlers guides you to here.
Oh, to the. All right, which one? You said this one, right?
The kitchen here.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh yeah, get. How do I? All right. So yeah, I'm here, and I'm just gonna like start getting myself oriented with this kitchen. Like I'm gonna start inspecting this. Like I'm just gonna see if there's anything dirty, anything out of place for this. So
Okay, there is stuff out of
perception.
place. Roman investigates to see how badly this kitchen is fucked up. Because
Investigation.
remember, they've been playing slave races, so you don't get slave labor, if you know what I mean.
I'm guessing that's like another investigation, just another term for perception, because I don't think I have
Yeah.
investigation on it.
Yeah.
Yep. How does a 26 sound?
Sounds like you have a lot of work to do before you even need to cook anything,
How bad is
and that's including for Lady Flora's chef as well.
what is the problem with this? Like, what are some of the most glaring issues I see with this kitchen?
Old outdated meat, old oil, old outdated meat, like like things that like the
Expired meat is what I'm hearing.
yeah expired meat. Though they don't though ironically you have expired meat and you have fresh meat. Guess who gets which?
Oof.
Okay, I'm making sure to jot all of this down basically in my mind and in notes of like, yeah, not treating the workers right. They only get barely edible food, and just all the other stuff to add to this. My guy is like meticulously writing this down on notes because he's a little mad at seeing this basically.
I was about to say or the deep fry, but I forgot there's no deep fry in this century yet. But you got an idea. And like I said, guess which one gets which between freshly cooked food, freshly cooked meat, freshly cooked vegetables,
Oh,
and
all
the
the
ones
important.
that, let's just say, shouldn't be touched with a 10-foot pole.
Oh yeah, all the important people, while the other people's, while the poor workers have to suffice with
Yeah,
barely edible food.
yeah. I about to say, yeah, yeah. Say again? All right, so you write down
I
all the, I guess, health food violations.
oh yeah, I am going to try to see if I can get some of the workers to help, not try to overwork them, but try to get them to help out a little bit with the any cleaning.
Uh,
I'm not gonna try to blame this on them. I am not. My guy's not gonna be angry at them. He's more angry at what she's doing, but he's not gonna blame the workers. He knows that these guys aren't getting paid big, but they're not even being paid at all, and the food that they're being given is another thing he sees of. Yeah, these guys are treated dirt.
Roman diplomacy disadvantage since that's how badly the the family itself broke them.
All right. So just D20 -5.
Yeah.
Oh, a 9. Oh.
Uh, they're like, well, we'll see what we could do.
I'm gonna try to
It's
like.
it's not like it's not like after you leave we're gonna go back to the same conditions anyway.
Uh,
My guy's gonna start.
Go ahead, see go ahead. What to call it,
uh,
Carrie.
Golden, you remember like a couple of sessions ago, I gave you a bottle of the Louis XIII. I think this is a situation where maybe you might want to use that.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to add in my thing. You know, as a little incentive for them, Ty, just as to hopefully brighten their spirits a little bit. I am actually gonna give them the bottle that Kiri has given me, and I'm gonna prepare some shot glasses or some nice glasses for them to have them at least enjoy it. Saying, I know this isn't much, but this should at least raise your spirits a little bit. A good buddy of mine made this. He's a well, most people don't know him, but I consider him a well-renowned brewer here. And
I'll
I'll
give you
start.
what. I want to take away that -5, which means they're ready to clean the kitchen at least, but they still feel the same way. Which once you leave, it's gonna be back to the same old grind.
My guy's gonna start thinking in his head of ways to get these workers the fuck out of here, and see if he can get them onto our side, and see if they can just provide more fodder against her. He's not gonna do it
One
now.
of the workers tell you like, I wish we could leave, but those cans point both ways, if you know what I mean. One of the dudes tried to leave to go back to adventuring, if you will. He was shot down before he even left the shores.
What? So how are, if you don't mind me asking, how did all of you come in service of her? Did you guys have a debt?
Say again?
I'm asking how they got into contract with her. How are they start working for her? Were they like
Uh,
under a contract or
Various reasons. Poor families, mothers slash fathers sold them for a high to get poor families, mothers slash fathers sold them, or they're just looking for generations. As in their mother or fathers were slaves, and then their mother and then grew up and their mother or father were slaves, and so on and so forth. Or a combination of the three.
My guy's gonna start.
And a few very down your luck adventurers who, let's just say, couldn't keep up with the cost of medical and healing things. So they went to work for the Fleur family, and well, here you are.
Understandable. Alrighty, my guy's gonna. He's just gonna think of ways to help him, but for now, let's get this kitchen a clean and let's prepare these for our guest that's gonna be arriving soon. Or as we prepare the
Meanwhile,
meals.
Mrs. Fleur is greeting her guest, and one more guest shows up. Another redhead, and it turns out to be her brother. Like, this is going to be interesting. Arya, is it? Just follow my
Yes.
lead. You'll
Okay.
you'll understand if everything goes well. Arya, roll me a performance check, and let's see if we can meet your on their mind. All right, everything so far so good for now. Like, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? The chefs are preparing your meals right now. Would you like them to clean your boats or anything like that? Cut the. And well, and I'm going to assume that William is hearing every that you have your earplugs so William can hear everything as well.
Oh
Yeah.
my guy already has his like earpiece in, and he's already transmitting everything that William hears. So William hears about the
Mhm.
cannons going both ways. He hears about these people's stories, how some of them are just down their luck, some of them have been
Yeah.
sold into
Oh,
slavery.
I'm full on recording this shit. Remember, I've got the ability to record stuff, Leaf.
I know.
Save it. Hell, you're probably carrying the recorder yourself, if
Yep.
anything. Because remember, there's a magical version of it that I probably am partially mass.
Yeah. He's carrying a recorder and he just has it
Yeah.
off to the side to where no one really
Yeah.
notices it, and he just starts
Yeah.
talking to his employees. Like, oh, how'd you guys get here and everything.
And like I said, some of the people's like, my family sold me off. Some people's like, just down your luck. Some people like, my grandfather and father were slaves, and so on and so forth.
I'm just listening.
Anyway, the businessman is like, cut the crap. Your, eh, like your dog cost us, your, your dog cost us. Please, my daughter is a member of the Sorcerer Council. A person could just sweep this under the rug. Like, like, yeah. Like, like, are you going to sweep this under the rug? Everyone knows that she prefers to rave and party than to do her job. She later was sent off to do various things, and she couldn't even do that. What kind of daughter are you raising? The type that she knows she's a princess. Now, please, and, and besides, where's Bob at? Bob's being detained right now, but don't worry, our letters will have him out soon enough. Ah, I see, I see. Well, we're not exactly a fan of the business deals we have over here. Like Chimpan, roll me the second performance check. That's good enough. Ooh, very good for her, for him. Like, like, why should we continue to, why should we continue to trust you? Because the Fleur family has been your partners for generations. Whether it's getting your business started, which, if I believe we own a percentage of all of your businesses, or shipping and receiving. And last time I checked, if we didn't ship or receive, you won't get any money. Especially you, Mrs. Brickstone. Isn't your isn't shipping to the the Starlight Kingdom, Starlight Starlight the only reason you have money right now is because they need money for their project? And of course, Mrs. Brick just sits there and girls like, "Ugh." And you, and you, gentlemen, this like all over the world, you have various plants and you have various plants, animals. People need to be fed, and we're specialized in going to war zones, hot war zones, food deserts, and and people for the poor and needy. Who's gonna do that other than me, other than our shipping company? Hmm? I don't see that. I don't see that. What William doing that? No, he only sits to the high-ranking, the first world kingdoms, if you will. The kingdoms have no problem doing that by themselves. But me and my family, we're generous souls. Like Arya, third performance check. All right, and but at that time, food's being prepared, so uh, cooking check for you, Scrap. Scrap.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm just getting the numbers.
All right.
Do I get any other stuff for the assistance of the workers as well?
No. Obviously,
Okay.
well, obviously, I assume you brought your masterwork tools with you.
Yes, I
So,
did.
I'm about to say because their tools in this shop are second dirt rate.
Yeah, my guy brings his own tools to the occasion. Let me just double check. Yep. Alrighty. Uh, does that pass?
Pass, but if you want some praise, you might want to roll higher. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my hero point. My God.
You get some praise for the food.
Okay. Uh, I need to see if I can get anything else that can increase my cooking
Like,
skill.
this Mrs. Brooke is like, now this is a good. Now this is why I hired him as my chef. Question: Are you disguised? Now that I think about it.
Am I disguised?
Yeah. Oh wait, never mind, never mind.
Yeah, that's nameless. That needs to usually
Yeah,
be like a.
no, I thought that Mrs. Forward recognized you, but it was William during that fight.
I wasn't there.
Yeah,
I was in the room.
that's what. Yeah, that's why I said. Oh, wait, that's right. You wasn't there. It was Vev that was in that fight. Never mind. like, like, listen, let's just cut straight to the chase. Renew our contract, and we continue to
Oh,
sell
Ty,
goods.
just let you know, Ty. I also have the recorder on me as well, so I'm also. I don't know
So,
if I'm near hearing this meeting, or am I in the kitchen? But I'm gonna try to see if I can have or record this conversation going on.
oh yeah, you can record this comment. I assume we're recording this conversation the second you enter the area.
Oh yeah, he's just making sure this recorder can hear everything.
But just in case, roll me a stealth check before she says renew the contract to see if
Oh
you
yeah,
hit
this
it
is.
well.
Let's see, so it's gonna be my. Yep.
I'll give you
Plus,
an advance because you, of course, should know this by now.
am I also with a group of people as well as I'm serving the food?
Yes, the servers, manservers, stuff like that.
And advantage is just a +5, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. 39.
If if she it's going to take a miracle for her or and these people in this room to see a recording slash listening device.
And this thing's probably so small enough to where like it's gonna be almost impossible.
Like like Arya, roll me the fourth performance check. Hmm. Alright. Like now, do me a favor and sign the contract. If not, let's just say you're gonna be out of business very soon. Then just simply
And what
take
do you?
over. Simple as that. Because I have more money than all of you. The four family has more money than all of you combined. Why do you think you went to us?
What does the contract say?
And you can almost hear the motherfucker as it almost curse their luck. Like, sister, if something happened to you, you do know that all the fan profits go to me, right? Oh, shut up. I'm not that stupid. All I had to do is get my my husband and daughter out of jail. Besides, besides, I don't need the Sorcerer Council, and my daughter's already in it. And we tried her to be too powerful for them to let her go right now. One more time, Chimpan. Roll me a performance check. Jeez, I'm rolling 11s today. Chimpan,
Yeah.
roll me a performance check one final time. Uh, Like Randy looks like, thank you. I think we bought us some time now. As you see them forcibly sign the name of Darley. Now enjoy your food and then get off my island. And well, your food scrap is is good, but the food aimed by the slate, ooh.
Ooh.
Your food is great, but the rest of the food seems second, third hand, if you will.
Mm.
Well, as much as you can do with what you got.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
As
my guy. Yeah, go ahead.
as the as everyone leaves this island, as everyone leaves this island, like Mrs. Fleur is like, it's a good, you've done a good job performance for us today. Such a good job that I want you to stay here. She's performing Grande William. She's performing Grande aria, and she points at you, Scrub, like, and you dare make a fool firing them my chefs? You're gonna stay there and teach them how to cook. Now, off to safe houses with you.
I'm gonna look at her and be like, I am sorry, ma'am, but I have been invited here by another member, not
Say
by you
again?
personally. Okay, hold on. All right, how's this sound? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right.
I can hear you
I
too.
I will look at her and say, I am sorry, ma'am. Since I was under the employment of another individual, we will have to write up a contract of sorts, as I am not the as I am employed by William himself. If you would like to contract William to have me come over here to provide service to teach your cooks, that would be appreciated. But you would have to, of course, talk with him first, as I work for him.
Oh,
This
oh,
oh,
oh, oh, oh, oh, chefs. Do you think that was a request? That's an order.
I am
As
sorry I
you,
can't complete your order, ma'am, but if this does happen and I have not returned back, William will be suspicious, and he will ask for me back.
he literally points at the kids like, oh yeah, what's it gonna do? Send a ship after me? Or a plane? These cans could point up as well if you even didn't notice by now.
Well, ma'am, I need to return back to my business. I am employed and I need to return back. If you would like to
Oh,
set up a
oh,
contract,
oh, oh, you mean that bar? We will own it soon. Don't worry.
if you do own the bar, then I will come back over here. But for now, ma'am, I must return. I am needed elsewhere. And I'll give her a bow, and then I will
And
follow.
as you see that, she tries to summon. She tries to summon Prima's Vines to attack you, and she fails. Like Jack just sits there, like I believe, I believe we all will be going today.
I'll make sure I get
She,
everything.
he pretty much sits at the table. Is like, do you know who I am? My real identity.
I'll look at this bard that said that. I said, "Don't you work at you work
Orca.
at you work at Orca's Tavern?"
Ah, yes,
I,
that's right. And I love that place. In fact, that's why I love to be so inconspicuous. So I don't have to do duties unless I need to. Let me
or-
let me introduce myself properly. I am Norde Grand. You know, as he pulls out a food, like I'm Norde Grand. You know who I am, right? Like
I'm gonna. Oh, see, he has this to her. Okay, never mind.
as you literally see, uh, Mrs. Floyd's face drain for color drain for her eyes, her face.
I'm just looking at this and I'm a little bit confused, but then I probably connect the dots, but I'm not gonna say it out loud.
Like, well, let me phrase my official title: Lord Lorway Grand, Bard of the Summers Council. As he knows, you have a real bit of trouble summoning your druid powers. Am I not? What? 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 Ah, yes. It's a trick. It's a very, very tricky song. Thankfully, Lady Grant helped me cause this, helped me play the song, because it usually requires two bards. You know that if you're sealed by metal, you can't use what you call powers, right? Yeah, I don't have any metal on me. Oh, but your mind think it does, and that's the spell I cast. Until I leave this island safely with the part I came in with, your mind will always think that you're clamped in metal, and therefore you cannot use your druid powers. Now, now I've been ordered by Lady Black to inform you that your daughter is no longer on the council. We are hoping that we could. We're hoping that with the very, very powerful sort, the very, very powerful druid that you and your husband raised, that we were able to turn things around and to make sure that she's, let's just say, a good citizen. Unfortunately, it was too little too late. And since we can't recruit someone to the council until they're old enough, and we refuse to send her to our school, we're just hoping for a one shot, which sadly isn't happening. That means you have no long. It seems like you also have some interesting living conditions. I'll be back in 3 days to make sure that these living conditions are improved. And don't worry, try to shoot me down one of your cannonballs, and you're going to have a very, very hard time. Like, scrap Arya, I believe it's time for us to go.
I will make sure I pack everything, discreetly take in the recorder, and make my way to the ship as I'm waiting for both our bards to come back. I'm gonna walk with them in tandem, so that way I don't just get snatched up if I'm alone.
Say again?
I'm gonna be walking together with, and the other bard, so that way I don't walk alone as I'm getting to the ship, so I don't get captured.
It's literally two bars you're walking with.
Yeah, I'm making sure I'm walking with them.
Yeah, you don't want to get shanghaied.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. Anyway, you board the fancy boat and it takes off back to the island.
I will look at him and say, I I had no idea you were part of
Say again?
this. I'll I'll look at him and I'll say, I had no idea you were a part of the Sorcerer's Council. That's a pretty big surprise.
To be fair, I don't want people to notice me because I want people to act as if I wanted people to act normally. If everyone knows that I was a member of the Sorcerer Council, everyone would behave. I want to see them act in their natural habitat, if we will.
And I will look at him and I'll say, well, I just see you as the bar that always works as Orca's bar. And I'm not really a big one at exposing people. Everyone has a secret or two. Doesn't matter who they are. The richest of the rich to the poorest of the poor. And I don't see no reason to have your identity be exposed, because, well, from your character, sir, you are one of the good ones.
Say again?
You are, from your character, you are one of the good ones.
Uh, I guess it's all the women that shower in front of me. Uh, let's head back. And needless to say, please keep this a secret.
Have my word. And yeah,
Anyway,
I'll tell them about the conditions I saw for the workers also, and about how it seems like some of the workers are only being fed on barely edible meat and vegetables.
uh, really, damn it.
And I will
I should have used that time to take some of the workers out, but this ship is only capable of feeding a few people at a time.
I I do hope we do have a plan to rescue these people.
And unfortunately, I don't have any flight spells or anything like that.
And I will
As you eventually pull into port to drop the people off, Granny gives you a nod and goes back to Orca's bar to play the piano and and enjoy. And
and I will
the food he pulled out was pretty much his weapon of choice if he actually has to fight. That's why he pulled out. It's like,
well,
hey, I'm armed. This flute, with one two of this flute, I can send all your guards after you.
yeah. So I am going to get everything right. I'm gonna head back to the. I mean, how long was I gone for? Just like not even what, a day?
Probably one day there, one day back, one day to stay, 3 days.
All right, and I will visit the panda bear and see how she's doing. How is the panda bear doing?
She licks her face, but is very concerned since she smells Mrs. Fleur's perfume on you.
I'll look at her and be like, "Don't worry. She tried to take me, but that didn't happen. I am gonna be staying here. And besides, I have a cute little or cuddly little companion I gotta look out for. As I'm just gonna give her head scratch and belly rubs,
You can almost hear her say thank you.
and I am just giving her the pets, all the pets she ever needs. And
Alright.
and after that, I am going to head over to where William is. And I'm guessing William's at his lab. I am guessing.
Workshop is the term he prefers.
Workshop. So so I'll head to the workshop and I'll knock on the door. Be like,
Yeah.
William, you in there?
You hear a small steam explosion.
And I'm gonna like open up the door, thinking that something's happening to William. My rifle at the ready, and what do I see?
It looks like I was tinkering with trying to get some more power output from one of the backpack boilers, and it blew out a window. And I'm just kind of coughing with clearing out some smoke. Okay, I right. Don't increase the pressure. Don't remove the secondary valve. Secondary relief valve.
Well, seems like you've been enjoying yourself. And now, also, there's some info I think you should know, William. That I think might be a benefit to you. So, where do I even start? Number one, it seems like she tried to Shanghai me into staying at the manor. Apparently, I did so well at cooking that she wanted me to stay there to teach all of her chefs.
Well,
Almost.
one. I've got a feeling she's going to try to kidnap you now. So congratulations, you get to hang out north of the in the northern compound for a while.
I don't think she's gonna attempt that anytime soon. I'm not gonna reveal who it is, but a certain someone has put the fear of God into her. I will say that. Someone,
Just to let you know, if your recording device was on, then William heard the entire conversation, so he knows who
Yeah.
Grand is.
Yep.
yeah, and I'll give him the recording and everything, and I'll say, there are a couple of things I saw there that worried me. Number one, the workers there. It's a whole slew of why they were there. Either sold into slavery, they were down on their luck, or other stuff. And the conditions they have to live in. They're given barely edible food. And when I say barely edible, my friend, I'm not talking like, oh, maybe it's
A little
really
stale or low quality.
not even that. Near rotten. This stuff should be thrown away, but they're given to the workers as expected them to eat this. And I don't even know anymore. Also, some of her business partners aren't very happy with her. I think due to what her daughter has done, it has ruined some relationship between the companies. Especially the woman who wanted me to be a personal chef. It seems like she's very dissatisfied with her, but had to renew a contract under force, I will say. Maybe there is a way you can jump in to help out, or at least give her a better contract, if you know what I mean. Either than that, there's something I saw that was worrying. The defenses of the islands. They seem to have two giant magical cannons that seem to fire either side, or you can even shoot up in the air. I don't know how long it takes for them to fire, but they're also encased with some steel reinforcements, almost like a steel fort, almost. But there's only two cannons. Other than that, that is all the info I have. The rest is on the recorder about the business details.
Just to add, Arya, did you tell him about the long lost mercenary company?
Yeah. Yes. I did.
I'm pretty sure William would like to know that as well. Just saying.
I tell him everything I know.
No, I meant scrap, scrap, scrap to William.
Yeah. Yes.
Alright, so... Oh, and there was one more thing, William, that I think would pique your interest. Uh, what was the name of that mercenary company? Do they have a name?
I forget, but they're pretty much the Suicide Squad of mercenary companies, except with almost a perfect success rate.
And I will, say... Have you ever heard...
But
I'll just call...
they
We'll
haven't
call them...
been seen in like I say about 150 years.
I'll just call them the Suicide Mercenary Squad. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the Suicide Mercenary Squad? William?
What was that? Suicide Squad?
Mercenary Suicide Squad. Have you
Was
ever
it like
heard
a
of them?
knowledge history check?
Go
Time
ahead.
to so, 19. So I think that's somewhat esoteric knowledge, but not
Uh,
esoteric. So maybe I've heard rumors of them.
Say again?
When I've heard like rumors of them, maybe, or that does have that is some esoteric, but not. see. I'm double checking right now what a DC. Okay. Three. Yeah. Apparently, with history, I didn't quite reach no obscure or ancient historical event. But I determined the equivalent to determine the approximate date of a specific event for a DC 15. So I kind of meant that, but it's up to you how you want to play it.
Amazingly, everyone on the road just finally thought they took on one mission too many and finally got caught out there.
Out of character, where's this at exactly? I just got back from taking care of some stuff.
Say again?
Just came back to deal with some stuff. What'd I miss?
Uh, it's just a report by William to see, this what's happening on the island.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
my guy's giving a report to William about what he saw.
Alright then.
All the people, so you're fine.
Guess meanwhile, I guess it's time for you to make ice cream.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the ice cream roll.
Yep.
So this is
Never
a
thought I would
craft
hear that. Never thought I would hear that. Roll for ice cream.
With a not, I have a plus 12 to knowledge engineering, so I can definitely help with making this. At least making the machinery.
Oh
Yeah, and I
boy.
can help with either the alchemy or just the baking portion.
So roll from alchemy or no, not crafting, because
Then I guess profession baking then, since technically ice cream is basically a specific ingredient portion. Oh my god!
That was me helping.
Oh.
That was me helping design like the refrigeration unit, the machinery that we need to help put the stuff to help get the ice cream.
you used to look at William and Scrap assembled things so much that you could now just remember all of it and assemble it yourself without any issues.
What is he assembling?
Ice cream machine.
He's assembling an ice cream machine, and thanks to him just watching me and you,
Well, remember, we worked very close. I would imagine that certain. I mean, if I remember right, this is basically something that handles a liquid and mixing and things like that, and that kind of fits with brewery stuff.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
all he's adding in is basically the refrigeration stuff, and I'm also assuming that he's probably grabbing one of my
Yeah.
rights to help
And
out.
Oh, absolutely.
And I assume and I assume me using masterwork cooking supplies, and also the
Masterwork
would I-
cookie supplies. Nice.
cooking supplies. Yeah.
Oh,
Would
I thought you said cookies.
Nah, there's no cookie supplies specifically in the
Aw.
inventory system. But what do I use my profession or do I use my craft alchemy? Because alchemy technically would be mixing different ingredients technically.
Given how cooking actually works in real life, I'm going to say alchemy. Well, obviously, for a major advantage because them.
So plus 15 is from my standard stuff, then plus 5 from the advantage. Then do I include the cooking supplies in masterwork?
I are you going to give him her masterwork tools, Scrap?
I know you're saying cooking supplies, but I just keep hearing cookie supplies.
Yeah. I have my own cooking supplies that is masterwork. That's part of my starting.
Then go ahead.
So what does masterwork give me? Is it plus 2 or plus 5?
+2. I think it's +2. Scrap.
It's usually +2 masterwork stuff. Because I have masterwork chef items.
24.
You got a general idea of how to make stuff, but not
Remember,
enough to sell to the general public yet.
I'm gonna spend a hero point
There's
on
going
it.
to be a lot of stomach aches as we try and eat this.
I'm gonna do a hero point to reroll. I
Go
want a higher
ahead.
roll. 27. It's bad.
Less stomach aches, but not yet to sell for.
Still
Not
brain
yet
freeze,
ready
though.
to sell yet.
Do I hear what's going on over there, Ty?
Yes, you do.
I'm gonna. My guy's gonna approach
Be right back, guys. I need to grab
Nameless
something.
and say, so I hear you're trying to make something, my friend.
Yes, thanks to Vebjorn Bellhand over here assisting me with allowing me to use his work area.
What are you trying to? I heard it's something called ice cream. What is that?
Yes, due to the familiarity with how like milk and such things we can also make cream. I noticed that there's always been like alcohol. Everything can be nice and chilly, like alcohol and such other stuff. And I was thinking of from making such some creamy milk and making it sweeter and more dense, and calling it iced cream, as it's gonna be cold like ice, but also very creamy and sweet.
Hey. And once you get it past like your tongue of approval, we're definitely bringing that into the bar.
Whoa! Anything I can do to help? I'm gonna look. Whoa! I think I can. Mind if I help out with this project? I don't want nothing out of it. I mean, me and Veb worked on the donuts.
And those are still good sellers.
Oh,
I,
you.
I wouldn't have any issue with the assistance. I'd gladly take the help.
Oh,
I'm
Scrap.
going. Yes.
Something I was thinking on. You know our like steam cartwrights? I was wondering,
Yeah.
what if we were to take one of them, extend its length a bit, add a kitchen inside of it, thus it maybe have like a mobile steam mobile kitchen steam cart. That way we
You
can
know.
take the meal out anywhere.
You know. I've been really thinking of that idea. I was going to talk with William about it soon. Maybe
Food
get one of those.
truck?
Yes.
We're not calling it, but yes. So I will talk to William. I had ideas. Probably taking a steam wagon, probably extend it out a little bit more, probably a little bit wide, a little bit longer, but then having, like you said, decent kitchen that could work. But for now, let's work on this ice cream. And Ty,
Yes.
I am going to assist with this. So I'm guessing my cooking with right.
Oh boy.
Here we go. How's it? Jesus Christ. 24 for the assistance for helping with the ice cream.
Uh, is this? So I guess roll me another roll to see if you get ice cream right without giving people stomach aches.
So that would be you, Nameless.
All right, so
Plus
another 20.
22. Yep, another plus 22. Come on.
I'm also going to be
Plus,
looking over the
plus 24
machinery.
now.
I'd
Yeah,
also
plus
like
24.
I'd like to assist as well.
24?
I'd like to assist as well. Specifically looking over the machinery as the process is going, making
You,
sure
So
you,
20.
you rolled a natural 20. I'm pretty sure you perfected the machine.
So what is it? 24 or 26 now?
26.
Come on, ice cream. Come on, ice. No!
29. But that is a
They
high
just don't
roll.
want to make ice cream today.
We're going through the test phases, all right? Rome wasn't built in a day, and ice cream wasn't made in a day.
Yeah.
Veb
But still,
happily eats the
that is a
results.
really high roll. I will have to be honest, though. That is a really high roll.
Yeah, but I'm looking for a 30. So you're literally one short.
It's all right.
Yeah.
We will wait until next session. Remember,
Yeah.
everything wasn't made in a day.
Yeah. Still, though, we're so close.
We're so
I can taste it.
it's like
We're almost there.
it's at the tip of our tongues.
Like, we almost got perfected, but one more problem. William, are you still there?
Yep, I'm here. I have ice cream.
Fuck you. Anyway, one of the workers knocked on the door. Sir, Lady Black is here to see you. About your proposal to dismiss to dismiss Holly Fleur from the Sorcerer Council?
Give me a moment to change, and I'll meet her in my personal office.
Say again?
Give me a moment to change, and I'll meet her in my personal office.
Alright.
Your sound and see while eating ice cream. Fuck you.
The irony. So close, yet so far.
Pep happily eats the ice cream from our attempts.
I mean, now you want me to get ice cream. Actually, there is a Dairy Queen, like, a block down from me, not even, in the same block as me.
My dream shall soon be a reality.
And they can sell ice cream all over the world.
Hi. Koshuke.
Yes?
Considering the idea of like the mobile kitchen, if we can get this stuff going, do you think we could maybe try like a mobile ice cream factory?
I wouldn't say or see a reason why not. At the very least, we could definitely keep it stored in preserved containers.
Hey, that's not a problem. You can easily
Yeah.
make those.
Why am I thinking you discovered the very first ice cream truck?
That's what we're doing. We're making the first food truck, and we're making the first ice cream truck. And
Yes.
God damn it, we will have instruments playing on there. We will make the jingle of the ice cream truck. God damn it.
Well, remember, we have a machine that can play back recording infinitely. All we
Yes.
have to do is
Remember, you also have a
metal.
bard that can actually play the Mr. Salty jingle as well if you want to.
God.
And we can make a mobile beer barn.
Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
beer trucks. Yes.
My goodness. I've started
We
ice
might win
cream.
the people over for the just for food.
No. Why am I
And-
imagining Seawolf's looking at, getting his like kingdom or empire set up and everything. Meanwhile, us three chuckle fucks are thinking ice cream truck, food truck, alcohol truck, donuts.
Hey, good publicity.
Yeah.
in honesty, like genuinely, I actually kind of expect the ice cream to take the world by storm, especially during the summer seasons.
Oh, absolutely.
Why they don't care if you roll like publicity anymore? Because at least from this era, you got the people on your side permanently. All
Yeah,
because of the food, ice cream, and all the stuff you offer.
yeah,
Well,
like
we haven't gotten to the ice cream part yet, but we got the food and alcohol.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's still
and
a taste in progress for the ice cream.
yeah, and ice cream is definitely gonna take the world by storm though, because literally it's iced cream in the hot summers. You cannot say no to that.
Oh boy, let me know when you're ready, William.
Sorry, fishing ice cream.
Say again?
Okay, so
He's finished.
I'll
He's
get
finishing his ice cream.
I'll get into my kind of semi-formal attire. The nice overcoat, the kind of the Victorian suit-ish thing underneath it with the heavy overcoat, and I'll walk into my office and sit down in my chair and wait for the lady to arrive.
Ironically, all she's wearing is a sundress, shorts, boots, and a hat, and her wizard hat. She's like, I'm sorry I didn't dress in my proper attire, but I
No, it's
have,
fine.
but
No,
well,
it's fine.
I have a visit. I have to visit something very soon, so I want to make this quick. We took a meeting of the Sorcerer Council, and we dismissed Holly Fleur from it. However, as soon as he gets out of prison, Ra's going to reactivate. We also going to reactivate Wisdom Monday to the council. He's going to be our traveling councilman, if you will.
Okay.
As
I mean,
far as your request, Holly isn't the person in charge here. She is our She is the traveling council member, if you will, and says there's no incident requiring Sorcerer's Grande. Your request for him to leave is denied.
you mean the king? Well, the king is furious with the issues that have been caused by various members of the council in his kingdom.
Say again?
I'm basically saying, well, the king is furious about all of the issues that have been caused by counselors in his kingdom. He wants you gone. He doesn't trust you.
Type that. I can't hear you.
Okay, this bit better.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the king is furious over this whole incident and the other issues that have cropped up with the council in recent months. He plainly he wants you gone. Period. And he wants to handle things internally going forward.
But like I said, Grande hasn't done anything. All he does is just woo women, unless personally I'd send him to do a job, or he feels he has to do something.
If I remember right, we're blaming the demon wolf incident on her, correct? On the
On
on the
Holly,
customer,
yeah,
and a
Yeah.
lot of people died from it.
Well, actually,
yeah.
no. See, no one knows that it's demon wolves.
Well,
All
no,
they
no.
know,
We know it was a
The
very
wolf
vicious
incident
wolf
on
attack.
her, yeah.
Yeah, that it might be some sort of mutagen she was playing with or something that got out of hand. And there are a lot of dead people, right? Including important people.
Yeah.
Look, it's like I just say, look, there are dead people in this, and if you don't pull back the council, there is going to be serious. I can guarantee you, there's going to be serious problems. This kingdom, the other kingdom he rules, and Hope Valley are all looking for a reason to decry the council publicly worldwide. You need to show a sign of good faith given to his demands and pull the council from this nation. Show the world that you can accept the responsibility for your members. Otherwise, I can't imagine what will happen. I can't imagine what will happen next.
Chloe is going to be near impossible. She also runs a church in Hope Valley. If we pull her out, the church goes as
No.
well.
Just this nation, Hope Valley, and the Goldsmith Kingdom that is currently being ruled by the king here. Those still can have counselors. Just this specific kingdom, his backyard, as it were. He doesn't want you in his backyard.
Granny's going to be pissed the fact they can't woo women anymore. You know that, right?
He'll have to live with it. He
Say
can do it
again?
another. He'll have to learn to live with it. There are plenty of other kingdoms out there for him to gavavant around, or whatever he does.
Not to mention, it's going to take a big hit on Orca's business. Obviously, she knows who he is, so are we going to accept that responsibility? Listen, no one knows who Grande is except for a few people. He even told me himself the reason why he likes to keep things in he likes to keep his profile low is to make sure that everyone plays by the rules without
Mhm.
the overlord looking over them. Are you willing to accept? Are you willing to accept that? I'll send it to the other kingdom for a couple of months.
What were they offering, Ty?
I said, if you're willing to accept that Orca's business will essentially take a nosedive because their bard went bye bye.
Hmm. Well, Orc is part of the council.
The orc bartender.
You mean the bard?
No,
No,
Orca.
Orca.
The
Orca,
bartender.
the bartender.
Yeah. I said I didn't know
Like
Orca was part of the. I said.
Grande's his
Hmm.
Grande's his bard. Just no one knows who Grande is.
Yeah. Okay. So. And this is the bard. I said. We've been his main bar is already frequented by pretty much everyone in town. It will be outside visitors that'll lower down, and I'll personally subsidize his business behind the scene to make sure he doesn't lose any money. He may not see as many people coming through, but he'll still get the same money.
he he she some she summons a freak she summons a taupe she summons a freaking gay to like Grande, come here for a second. And you see him walk out like, excuse me, ladies. Like, yes, Les, yes, Leslie Black. Yeah, we'll have to send you someone else for a little while. But that's not fair. I did everything you asked. Uh, do a diplomacy check because remember he's telling the truth. He did nothing wrong.
Well, this is one of those. It's not his fault. It's the council picked a fuckwit, and now the council has to pay for it. Yeah. So here we go.
Okay.
29.
He looks at you like, really? Gonna take me away from those women? Frost new adventurers? I'll hang out with the other kingdom for a little while. Now, if there's any business you need, William, if there's any other business you need, William.
What was that?
William, is there any other business you need? I need to
No, I don't believe so. Have a pleasant day. I also, unfortunately, have various prior obligations.
I also have prior issues, if you excuse me. I also note that she's, with the exception of her dangerous tests around here, she's not using any magic. Granny Primus looking like, oh right, it's that day. But the 3 days he doesn't use magic. Oh right, you're new here. Well, the 3 days she doesn't use magic is pretty much centered around the death of her husband. He had a rare magical disease in which casting magic hurt him, even healing magic. So for 3 days she goes home to cook dinner for her and her daughter. Anyway, I guess you want me to. Anyway, let me let Orca know about my change of situation. Can you lend me that at least, Mr. Shadowspark? William?
What was that?
Like, can I at least tell Orca to change my situation?
Yes, I let them figure out how to extract themselves from this. I'm not going to I'm not going to put any other requirements on them. I just want. It's one of those. The king wants them out. He doesn't care how.
Alright, whatever. He walks out and, well, you see from the castle as you expected, the bard walks out, and the customers walk out with him. Well, that's a depressing note to end this. So,
I was just feeding my cat. What happened now?
William requested or granted to leave town for a couple months. Unfortunately, that means that Orca's bar pretty much has no money. Is not generating as much money anymore because,
Like I
well,
said, I'll,
no bard, no business.
well, what I'll do is also I would like to basically jukebox. Like to install a jukebox.
Also inform Veb so he can make sure to bring out the good stuff
Yeah.
at a heavy discount for Orca. Really good booze will still bring people in, even if there isn't a
Let's
bar.
just say this guy is now gone. As soon as I could. So that means there's no one on the piano anymore. And it says his literally job is to play relaxing music for people to go in and sit down and enjoy a nice bit of alcohol. And I was like, it's good alcohol, but I'm gonna go home. I'll go home too.
You hear Veb's head turn so quickly, you swear you hear an audible crack from his neck.
Oh no.
He's keeping it all internally.
Yep.
Like,
And he's looking over at that. Making
no,
sure, like,
he like, hey, it's a good beer, but I'm gonna go home and drink it. In other words, they're gonna not spend any more money after money after money because there's no bar keeping them here.
Can I try to make a like a jukebox thing?
what about like one of those like auto playing pianos?
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
Well, it's not the piano here, so
Well, I could definitely build an auto playing piano that just kind of that could be a bit of a novelty for sure. Maybe
you might want to have Aria help with that since she knows what notes to play and stuff like that.
well, okay. The thing is, we have somebody else come up with the music. All we have to do for the music conversion is it's basically a punch tape. If you know how that works.
Yeah.
So yeah, all I'm doing is building the machine, not the music itself.
I can assist you with that.
Yeah. Yep.
All right,
Also,
go
you know
ahead
what we
for
could
now.
do? If you guys want, we are trying to incorporate the what was it, the sirens and the orcs a bit more since they've been kind of in Hope Valley. Why don't we why don't we see if a couple of the sirens don't want to come here and kind of do lounge singer stuff?
I see no downside to that.
Yeah, as I said, I'm trying to. You guys know what I'm doing long term. I'm trying to reduce the council's influence in our backyard.
Mhm.
Fortress.
Even when they have literally no influence except if something happened.
Yeah, I don't want. Also, I don't want them. I don't want their eyes seeing what naughty things we're doing in the background.
Oh, don't worry. You have me, Scrap, and Koshuke, basically drawing up all the attention to themselves.
Yeah, we're making ice
Yeah,
cream.
we're ice cream. Yeah, although I'm unaware of your syndicate, I'm
not,
basically
not to mention Arya is also a skilled bard,
And that we're literally literally kidnapping and feeding people to.
but she's working on Emzo's bar, so
Yeah. So.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. So,
Yep.
So yeah. So as I said, what I'm thinking is we kind of mix it up. We get some siren singers that they don't sing all the time. They just kind of they do songs now and then, go in and out, stuff like that, just to be very kind of light on them. But the most of the time, just for maybe like during the main event during the evening, we have the sirens sing. But during the rest of the during the kind of the rest of the day, it's just the auto playing piano. So I'll make that now. I'm assuming this will be a craft machinery check.
yeah.
With knowledge engineering, can I assist him in the construction?
Yeah.
Yep. I think you auto
And
succeed.
I hate to say this, Japan, you're going to have to make one more performance check to make sure this piano is tuned properly.
I assist properly.
I rolled a 50.
One.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was pretty half-hearted in making this thing. I'm just gonna say that right now, and it still came out excellent.
All right,
Magic
and
man.
with that freaking 41 for performance,
Yeah.
you can actually make good music with this and convince some of the customers to stay around a little bit longer. It's not going to be as informational as a live bard, but you're not going to have customers running through the door every time, running through the door anymore.
Yep.
Ah, Jesus Christ. So yeah, now this piano is auto playing. What I assume you could turn it on and off when the
Well,
sirens are.
Well, what we've done is we've actually made a new piano entirely.
Say again?
We've probably made a new piano, one of the stand-up ones.
A nuke?
Yeah,
New piano.
Yeah, because the thing is, a grand piano like this one is not well suited for the mechanism. So we'd have a stand-up piano.
Yeah,
So,
like
so you made a new piano instead
Yes.
of Grande's grand piano.
Yeah, also that's his piano. Well, I'm not gonna fuck with it.
And who knows? Maybe one of the sirens knows how to play.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't think they could play above a 41.
So we've got it perfectly tuned. We've got a damn good kind of set of a set of several different songs that can be played with this, just requiring a quick swap out of the tape. And we'll end this, and we'll go for more relaxing, and then we'll have a sirens go in and out on this.
Alright, so like I said, only like 10% of your customers just go for the door and drink and leave because, well, those 10% are the females who only go for the sexy bard, if you know what I mean. But the rest of the customers will stay.
Oh, good. We can now try to get them. We can actually try to get them to pair off with people.
And I'm going to say it right now, they're fangirls. So you need not 20 to get them to stay.
Profession brewer.
Say again?
Profession brewer.
Gary's having a moment right now.
Okay, 36.
Yeah.
What's for that? For what?
To ensure that everything we got here is the good stuff. And like the older designs that any of the older recipes that I have, cycled up or rotated out for the newer recipes.
Actually, just for shits and giggles, since I've been hiding this for a while, but since he left, everyone perform an investigation check.
Investigation?
Yeah,
Perception.
just for shits and giggles.
You mean perception?
Yeah, it's perception. 23.
24.
Oh,
Well,
D20.
Who hasn't rolled a hero point yet?
Yeah.
I
D20.
haven't.
It's not. It's nothing. It's nothing
yeah,
major, but it might help.
I believe Seawell's not rolled one.
I still have a hero
I
point.
haven't.
I 26. Woo!
Jesus
why not?
Christ.
Yeah.
20. Not bad.
All right, with the 26, you notice that's Jesus, crunchy Christ.
The
Okay, with a 26, you notice that there's a false magical door right here.
oh, who saw that? Oh, that's
But that's all you know. It's like, hey, this wall doesn't seem right.
Poke at it.
You poke at it. It's clearly a false. It's clearly a false door, but you can't open it yet. But you don't know how to open it yet.
So wait, is
It's-
this so this is a magical one or is this
It's a magical. It's a magical door. It's Grande sleeps at night.
all
And
right,
tip,
can I cast
It also has all his equip. It also has all his magical equipment.
identify?
Try to.
All right, I cast identify. Do I need to
And
roll for it?
I believe
Yeah.
with identify you get a +10 to your spellcraft check to figure out
So
what's going on with the thing.
spelltrap check to see if you figure out how to pop this door open.
D20, so plus 11.
And then whatever your spellcraft check is.
I that I forgot what my spellcraft check is for cleric.
You have to put. I don't know if we put points into it for you. Since spellcraft, unless you're being focused on spellcraft, is usually not used.
I think I put
Why did Jim
spellcraft.
Pan come up with a better mansion than the one I was forced
Yeah,
to
I
work
do have
with?
1 point spellcraft. Yeah. Okay, so that means
I just go good.
so let's have a
I
look.
did too. I found garbage.
It's 15. All right then. A 21.
You have an idea of how to open this door, but it's an idea.
Want me to take a crack at it?
I provide the idea as so. Okay, this is okay. Would I be able
use the
to
weaker
enchant
detection.
a skeleton key with this?
I use a weak nameless. To
Yeah.
do enchanting, you need very specific feats, which we never got for your character.
Oh yeah.
So okay, so I'm going to take a crack at this. 23, probably about the same as him.
Nah, he's not. He's not gonna be. He's not that stupid to let everyone just walk in and out where he lives.
Veb licks the door. Hidden wall.
Is Bev just going to charge at the door?
No, he's just licking it.
Oh, I'm about to say if he charges at the door, you're not going. You're not going to like what's going to happen.
So
When he hears it's magic, he's not going to risk it.
yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think Bev would like. Oops, sorry, I didn't want to do that.
So, what is there like any like odd sensation when Veb licks the door, or is it just like people just see him licking a wall?
People see him looking at wall. Bev, you see that there's some there's a protection on the door, and yeah, if you try to charge at the door, that's how much damage you'll took. And the door will shock you and send you back 15 feet.
Licks the door. Yep, tastes like protection magic.
I'm sorry.
So
Slaps roof of car. Car explodes. Anyways, I'm gonna do something different. Ty, I'm gonna go talk with I'm gonna go up to talk to Nameless. Be like,
all right.
so I have something else that I think might be of interest to you, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Uh, I see you are a skilled medical professional.
Yes.
From what I heard, for what you in the hospital, and that I cannot thank you enough. But there's something else that I think we can use your skills for.
What would that be exactly?
I'll just say that right away. I am not just the cook for the tavern. I'm also the second command of the Gearmen. I'm more involved in the military matters, as William does more of the administrative. And with your skills and how it is, you might just be the person I've been trying to look for and help create in for a long time. The Gearmen have a lot of things going for them. They're the new way. They're a new power that will help people in the right way. But there was something that we were lacking. As you know, we don't have much magic users, but we do go up for is the medical technology. And you have seen it yourself. I've been looking into creating a medical unit of the Gearmen. Literally not for fighting, but more for medic work for Gearmen either on the battlefield or away on the battlefield, to even humanitarian efforts. And I think you might be the key to this. I will give you the details as follows. I will point you in a position to help train Gearmen that are not interested more in fighting, but more into the medical industry. Medics, all that type of stuff. To help with battlefield or even humanitarian works to have our Gearmen be out there. Now I have to, of course, make sure William is alright with this, because I am running this through him, due to all of this. But I wanted to know if you might be interested in the prospect.
I would not be opposed to it.
Give me a couple of days as I talk with William, and then we'll try to create this formation of the Gearman Medic Unit. And I will then head over to William, which he's probably in his laboratory again. Do I hear, or workshop? Do I hear another explosion, William?
No, you don't.
Alright. I am going to approach William. Like, William, I have something I'd like to...
You see me. I'm currently wearing a weird kind of head gear thing with like magnifiers on it. And I'm very carefully filing something.
And I'm just gonna wait until
4 hours later.
my guy will stand there. He's used to it.
Yeah, and then my guy kind of pulls up the gear, looking at it. Oh. Why didn't you? What do you? How long were you waiting there for?
I think about a couple hours.
You know you could have poked me.
I didn't want to disturb you in your work. Do we want it? Now just point at the window. That's probably fixed by now.
I'm making a replacement gear to my pocket watch. Precise fittings. You know how it is.
I thought it was something that would have gone boom again, and I didn't want that to happen.
No, that's that. As he points over to, basically, it's not connected, but basically it's a simple clock timer attached to a brick of what you think is blasting clay.
And I'm going to I'm just gonna look and kind of sigh a little bit, and then back to. There is something I've been meaning to want to discuss with you about the Gearmen. Something I think that might benefit us. When I was at the mansion, there was talks of something the Gearmen haven't really been involved in that might be beneficial to us and get more support on our side. The Gearmen don't have a really medical unit, medics and all that, specifically for medical work instead of just men being taught the basics of first aid. I see this as a possible opportunity to spread the Gearmen's influence a lot more, not only with our men who can be more into the battlefield, helping out injuries, more specific towards it, but also humanitarian work. Work that could go to places affected somewhere, not by us, but by other people, and we send our men there.
I have something that I've been working on that might actually help you further for the humanitarian side of things.
And what would that be? And what would that be, good friend? Seawall?
Follow me. I will lead you to one of the warehouses where we're currently experimenting with a new vehicle. As you enter, you see people in these kind of the kind of unusual frames that kind of emulate the human form. That have backpack boilers built into them, and these people are picking up pretty heavy loads for what you would expect for a person as they're kind of moving boxes around and things like that. We're calling them steam loaders. I suspect there's a military application for them, but I haven't fully figured out the armoring for them yet.
Interesting. And they
But
seem to really.
for non-military applications, I could see them useful in the moving of rubble or carrying stretchers and things like that.
This definitely looks like something that could be useful for the Unitarian.
It also
And-
could be used for logistics.
Yes. Logistics is always the key in winning battles. And I think I already have a person who could train our people in the medical field. The new person, the one who helped out in the medical industry in our hospital. I've heard so much about his medical breakthroughs that I was thinking of potentially recruiting him into making this unit of Gearmen, not specifically for fighting, but medical work, humanitarian, and helping our soldiers in the field. I was thinking of having him at least be part of the training. Of course, I will overlook it to make sure everything's alright, but have him more train all the Gearmen to make sure they get the proper medical experience they need. And I wanted to know what you thought of that.
That'd be a good idea. Having medical units, embedded anatomists and surgeons would probably be quite useful. I just haven't had the time to implement it with all the other projects. But since we have our new friend, I think we could pull it off. Though something I found interesting so far, I've not seen what his holy symbol. Do we know what god he follows, and if he's compatible with our ideology?
Do not know. It seems he's been really interested in our medical industry, especially with the breakthrough we had, and he's been interested in all that. What I can do is definitely have a couple shadows stalk him. See if they could see what he does on the daily. See if he prays to any gods. Then I can return with the
Yeah,
info.
so if we know which god he follows, that makes things simpler. Hopefully, it's not one of the gods that are aligned against that'd be aligned against our ideology.
I don't think so, but you can never be too careful. I will get that operation going right away. Anyways, I will see you next time, William, and I will start to leave, and I'm going to call up Shadow Lead to Shadow 1. Do you copy?
Say again?
This is Shadow Command. Shadow Lead to Shadow 1. Do you copy?
This shall command come in.
I need a couple shadows to watch over a particular individual. And I'm going to give the name.
Say
I'm
again?
sorry. I'm going to need a couple shadows to follow an individual for a certain amount of time. We'll say a month of time to at least follow this person. And the goals are to basically to see what he does on the daily, and if, this is the major one, what god he worships. At least a month's time for that. And I will give the name of the dude. I'm sorry, nameless. I cannot say your dude's name. Why the fuck did you have to pick a Japanese name? And I will say,
If you need, just say Koshu. Koshu. That's the simplest term for his nickname.
Alright, I'll say Koshu.
Yep.
At least follow him around for a month. See what god he prays to, and also see what he does on his daily life. I say 3 shadows should suffice for this.
Aye, sir. Also, Shadow 3 just sent a message saying, "Come back to Orca's bar. This you gotta see."
Roger, I'll make my way over. And I'll start making my way over to Orca's bar. And I'll come and I'll meet with my shadow contact.
Well,
I'll say,
obviously, Harry's right there looking at the door like, oh my crap, how did he do that?
and I'll walk up to her. Is anything wrong?
Oh, right. Come here for a second.
Sure. Now stand right beside her.
I like, yeah, she undoes the locks for a couple, for, she undoes the lock like, is, what the fuck is this? And she opens a giant mansion, like,
Okay, this is definitely not part of Orca's bar. I can tell you that much.
We gotta charge this guy rent.
I'm gonna look at her and say, give me a I'm gonna get on my intercom or my earpiece. William, are you there?
Sewell?
I'm still here, yes.
My guy's gonna call for you on the earpiece. William, do you read?
Yes, I'm here. What do you need?
I need you to come to Orca's bar. Just come to the bar. I can't really explain this.
I hop onto my thunder cycle and quickly drive down there.
I'm over waiting.
No. Was there like pretty big concern in your voice?
More of confusion. Like he's very confused, not concerned, just more like, what the fuck is this?
You see the window. You see one of the upper windows open up, and I just kind of fly out with the jetpack.
God damn it! At least you didn't break it this time.
Yeah.
And I'll wait
nearby,
for you to come by.
and landing nearby you. Okay, what's the problem? As I look at this monstrosity.
Yes. Remember that magical wall that Veb licked?
Yes.
Thanks to it's now open, and I thought like maybe it was his bedroom or something, somewhere he just wanted to sleep. It's a goddamn mansion. What should we do? I didn't know Orca had a magical door that led to a.
No, not Orca. Freaking Grandy had the mansion.
Or,
Orca doesn't know how this mansion yet. None of the citizens do.
so what do we do? As I'm looking at you, Seawall.
Bring in a containment team. Bring in a team to contain it. Block this place off. I'm sorry, Orca, but until we know how the hell this happened, I would recommend going to your daughter's bar and operating out of there for a while.
Yeah, I will also approach Orca and say, Orca, I don't know how to tell you this, but you have a mansion in one of your walls.
A mansion? What are you talking
And
about, mansion?
And I'll show him the magical wall that's been disabled and unlocked. And I'll just say, just peek your head through.
What in the? I know, I know. Jack is the last to leave and locks the door behind him, but
Yeah. So, unfortunate. I'm just gonna look at you, Will, and be like, "Do you want to explain this to him, William?"
What was that?
If you want to tell Orca what's going on to his bar now, since now he just sees he just poked his head inside after I told him.
Oh, got it. Okay, got it. So the mansion isn't like manifested in real life. It's just, yeah, got it. So it's this door right here.
It's like a
Okay.
portal.
Okay. I'll bring in we bring in a construction crew. We build a metal sealed door around this thing, and we post guards until we figure out what this is. We keep it contained.
So, I'm guessing we're creating a specific organization to secure, contain, protect.
Yeah, we're going SCP on this, guys.
I'm sorry,
we are the O5 Council.
I guess that makes me 05-5 then.
No, you're not even part of it yet. You're Oh god, what's his name?
Dr. Bright?
Yeah, you're Dr. Bright at the moment.
Oh god.
Oh
Dr.
yeah,
Bright
because
is not allowed.
because
I'm sorry. I just heard that Vet was looking at magical walls. I went to investigate real quick.
I'm loving it for the fact that also the mainly thing it kind of works for me because Dr. Bright can come back from the dead, or I mean can also be different at every single course because of the necklace. And for me, it kind of works because my hat, I forgot what it's called. It basically hat of disguise. It allows me to alter self, so I can change dramatically and still have a high bonus. So I could technically disappear among the populace entirely.
But yeah, we'll get the containment team up and basically start doing that. And I'll approach Nameless again after like a couple of days. Be like, "Do you have a moment to talk for a second?" As Nameless will see that I am no longer in, or actually no. Ty, what did we get from our spies? Or not my spies, my shadows.
For what?
Basically they're following Nameless, seeing what he
I
does.
I feel like would that technically be more of a disguise check since I can just shift whenever they still lose sight of me.
Yeah, disguise check or stealth check. You want to
Disguise.
is trying to hide from the shadows.
I
But
mean, it's
prepare.
First he
If
has
it's a stealth
first he
check,
has
it's
to
going to be a very high stealth check.
no,
well
it's more
first
disguise check for me.
well actually first he has to run a perception to see if he even notices the shadows following him.
That's a good
That
point. Go ahead.
yeah.
So it's so they're running off my stealth.
Nat 20,
My
nat 20.
Alright, Nameless, you have to be a 32.
Nope.
So you don't
So yeah, Nameless does. So yeah, Gone doesn't know that the shadows have been following him.
Nameless, I made this organization for a reason.
And they just said that other than trying to disappear sometimes, he just goes back to Forster Hospital. Sometimes, some type of pam, sometimes with Pamela or husband, sometimes without. There is times he hides, but
Hmm.
it's like in a
Nameless
broom closet
go.
or something, or a
Alright.
bathroom or broom closet.
And what does and Nameless, they probably followed you around a lot. What god do you pray to? And more importantly, does this god is against what Seawall's doing?
See, well, since you kind of know the one I chose, would there be any identifiable features for him to recognize from? Because would he kind of need a religion check for this one?
You would need to see your holy symbol and then roll a religion check.
Oh, so he doesn't see it at all then.
Yeah, so I'm assuming you're keeping that thing fucking hidden.
Yeah, it is more than.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so obviously the answer is like, I have no idea. He just disappears into a broom closet or a bathroom or back
Yeah, you find
or
no
to the hospital or to a nurse's cafeteria real quick and act like nothing happened. And from there,
Yep,
Alright,
you
well,
can't. No information on the who I worship.
so I would say, well, just keep an eye on him for now. We will, We'll wait until more info comes alight, or if we ask him itself. Anyways, so I'm gonna have someone go get Nameless, 'cause my guy will not be at the tavern. So Nameless, a gearman comes up to you, ask if you're. God fucking damn it, Kitsu.
Koshu, just say
Koshu.
Koshu.
Koshu. He's gonna ask if you are Koshu.
Yes, that is me.
All right. He will give you a letter. You are to head to the Gearman HQ for a meeting.
All right, I go attend the meeting.
And like Nameless, as you're walking into this is like the first time you've probably ever seen the military apparatus at the Gearman. You see like drills being run, men walking in formation, firing in formation,
Mhm.
even practicing bayoneting, and you also see people
I,
walk.
I also note that um, what's it called is growing them hard. Like
Oh yeah, and you also
Sergeant
see.
from Hell, but no,
Yeah.
wait, that's the shells. Never mind.
Yeah.
I thought you
Well,
were
yeah.
Oh
talking
no
about
no
some
no no
normal
no
troops.
that was the Gearman. She
Oh yeah, the
said
Gearman.
Also,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
I wouldn't be
She's
surprised if we're slowly retraining the King's Guard and making them into Gearmen over time.
yeah, she's
So,
she's the drill sergeant from Hell, but but you almost feel that she cares for each and every one of her troops, which is why
so
90% of them come back alive.
so the reason why you're hearing about the drill sergeant from Hell is this is a paladin drill instructor that is training the Gearmen in anti-demon operations. Basically, she's training them how to fight demons, and she's not a very nice instructor, from what you can tell. But yeah, you'll see all that, and then you'll see the main building, like the or like the administrative side or military side, and you'll enter, and there'll be a receptionist, and they'll look at you and be like, "Oh, you must be the one that we sent for." Nameless.
All right, there we go. You said
Oh yeah.
reception. My Discord for some reason crashed.
Oh, it's all right. So the receptionist gonna look at you and say, "Oh, you must be the person that we sent for."
Yes.
Oh, excellent. Follow me. And basically, you're gonna be led to an office. You're here knock, and then basically you'll hear me say, "Come in," and then she'll let you through. And basically, you'll see me, but in a whole different outfit. You'll see me in like a Gearman commander outfit,
Ah,
like the ranks of a colonel.
with a helmet on, covering your face, or not covering your face?
No, he doesn't have the helmet on. He just has like, it's an officer's uniform.
Yeah.
Ah, good to see you again.
Yes. Come in. Come in. Have a seat. Let me just. And you see me just writing some paperwork down.
I go take a simple seat.
Alrighty. So, I have some good news. Uh, it has been approved for this medical unit that we want to make. And
Ah,
I would like to ask, would you like to be the man? You remember the proposal I gave you, correct?
yes. How you wanted a medical unit that would be able to either be rapid response for your own troops or for other civilians in need as
Yes.
gearmen,
And remember what I said your role would be?
as an instructor.
Yes. Are you still interested in that job?
I have no qualms with it, but I will ask, what is my pay rate exactly for this, or is this a volunteer thing?
Yes, we will at least get a basic payment down. We at least want to pay you for your work, as this is going to be something major. I will hash out the contract with that. So, here, and I'll basically give you a contract. Um, I don't know how much we're going to pay him, Seawall. I guess we'll discuss that later.
Mhm.
But, basic contract will stipulate that, basically you can have the classes whenever. So basically, you can set up the schedule for the classes. Since you are training them,
Mhm.
I do not have a say in when you can start training them or when you can set up the classes. Here will be uh, basically you'll run regular, we will not have much oversight over you. There will be a little bit, but not too much to where we're breathing down your neck, making you want to change it because of political BS. You know what I mean?
I can understand that.
And with that, uh, of course, the name of the, or not the name, the task will fall to you for the training wise. We will build an appropriate accommodations for you and the class, so that way they have the proper building and supplies and wherever else they may need to help teach these people. Is there anything else that you would need as to basically get started?
Is there a specific timeline for them to be ready?
I will leave that up to you. Whatever you think the timeline is that they are sufficient enough to be put onto the field. I will
All
leave
right
that up
then.
to you since you are the professional at this.
All right then. I will keep it in mind.
Yes. And
Only to see their skill set as of currently before I make any actual predictions yet.
oh, and I also have another question. It's more of a formality check. With what the Gearmen have been doing and the progress we have made, you've seen how this town is, correct? All the
Yes.
wonderful technologies. There are some people out there that don't see this as a good thing. They see it as a threat. They see it as ruining the balance, per se. I just want to know if you're alright with this.
No
Basically,
issues.
what I'm asking is, do you have any problems with what the Gearmen are doing? Does your beliefs get in the way of this, or any personal? That is what I am asking.
I have no issues with them so far. Everything seems just fine with me.
Alrighty. I will get everything ready for you for the building and everything. And we will start the pool of recruitment for people who are interested in going to the medical side of the Gearmen. I will say it will be a little slow at first getting a lot of people in, but once we do start getting more people in, we will also delegate you to also train in teachers that may help you in case your workload gets too big. Understandable?
Understandable.
Alrighty. And I'll just have you sign here saying you will be employed by the Gearman as a medical teacher for the new branch of Gearman, the medical division of the Gearman, working in only in military matters and humanitarian effort.
All right then.
Uh,
I appreciate everything. Thank you very much.
yes. Well, we will get the building started and everything. It will take some time for it to get done. By the time the building does actually get created and built, the first pool of recruits will be there as well. If there's anything else you may need, you can come by over to me. You know where I work, and you know where I'm also working as well.
Understood.
Alrighty,
I
sir.
shall do my best.
And I'll stand up and I'll reach out a hand. Happy to have you aboard, sir.
Pleasure to be here. And I shake Leaf's hand. Sorry, Scrap's hand.
Uh,
Oh, also, out of character, quick question: Are you is at any point do I need to make a disguise check for this, or is it only
oh
when
yes.
like someone's actively looking into me?
Oh yeah, my guy always looks people up and down, so I am going to. So yeah, roll your.
So roll a
I gotta roll my
D.
perception.
Yeah,
All right, I gotta beat you. I have to beat you at a 24, which I don't think it will be, but
Not even close.
I. God. Okay, yeah, your disguise is fucking big. Okay.
yeah. I have I have the have disguise greater, and for the natural shape shifting of a kitsune is +10, so
Yeah.
that's a total of +20. Then I maxed out my disguise for skill ranks.
Yeah. Well, remember that's disguising yourself as a human,
Like, yes,
as a specific human.
yes,
You can't change between it.
yeah,
So I don't think
Alrighty.
even that 20 would beat your
yeah,
basic disguise check. At least from
yeah.
Scrap's point
It's
of view.
yeah. I made it built like a truck for the disguise stuff.
Anyway, Winston, now officially free, walks up to Scrap. A drink for a roll, please. It strains being back on the council, but job's a job.
Oh wait, who's saying this?
No, Veb. No, what? Sorry, Winston.
I'm gonna go get
The
something to
the
eat.
Oh,
necromancer.
Winston saying to Deb.
The necromancer.
Mhm.
Anyway, Veb. A little drink for the roll, please.
Aye. And pours forth a good lager. Nice, a nice chilled glass.
You don't know how long it's been since I had good lager. Prison food sucks. You know that, right?
As it does. Or so I've been told.
Yeah.
Never been in myself.
Hope you never find out.
Take
Anyway,
your word on it.
I've been assigned to go to a war-torn nation to straighten things out, if you will. Obviously, knowing my job, it should be no problem at all.
Ah, basically.
Don't look at me like that, Sister Heart. I'm just like I have my job and you have yours. Anyway, tell William to tell William don't worry. I'm not going to be bugging him for a while, and
All
to
right,
wish him my best
will do. All right,
as
and here's another. Uh,
as he pays for a bottle on the road.
all right, and here's a new flavor I've been working on the house, and
Ah,
it's basically
oh,
like a compare like your typical like Boston lager to say a Hefeweizen.
it better be good. War torn
And this,
nations means I have a whole bunch of zombies to raise, if you know what I mean.
hey, uh, don't let me keep you.
And he walks back out the door.
Guy's always going to give me the heebie-jeebies.
Say again?
That guy's always going to give me the heebie-jeebies.
Back out the door to the port and says up to a, a nation that's premised on civil war, and well, he's gonna straighten out his way, if you know what I mean.
Yep, free army.
Pre, that's pretty much why he's been assigned there first. Since he's not in charge of prison island, he's gonna be in charge of fighting nations to get them under control. Oh, speaking of prison, the prison is officially finished. Oh, that's right. We said that last session. So, unless anyone else has any ideas, oh, you have fun?
Yep.
I yeah, I guess yeah, I had fun. Um, out of character, since like I don't know if this is more since I'm also here in the voice chat. From a reasonable perspective, from my background, would it be since with the Kitsune being tricksters and all that, would it be reasonable for my character to do the divination spell to see if like anything funky is going on being done behind his back?
A different nation spell?
Yeah, divination spell.
To see if there's anything funky going on?
Yeah, basically, if is he's being how do I say that? What's the proper term? Actually, let me think about this real quick. Add a character from to you, Leaf and Seawall. Is it reasonable for him to ask if he's being followed? Since he's basically gotten the perfect, basically he's gotten full choice of when his schedule is. He's getting a full and no oversight.
I'd probably have the shadows keeping an eye on you.
Like, is it reasonable for me to ask if I'm being followed?
Well, I mean, but that's up to you, man.
Okay, I'm gonna ask if I'm being followed for a divination spell.
That's up to you.
No, that's the divination spell. I'm at the. It's up to you, the GM, for what kind of answer I get.
Knowing how the shadows work, unless it's shadows 1 and 2, they're following each other, so you're being followed. So, sorry, 1, 2, or 3.
What?
Unless it's shadows 1, 2, or 3, as in, as in, as in Scrap, the former SBI agent, or the Master Thief, you are being followed.
All right then.
As pretty much a precaution, because if something happens to you, then you have a shot to watch your back as well. So it's pretty much a double-edged sword.
Yeah. My character is a bit suspicious that he basically got full little to no oversight, because as far as like from a business perspective, you usually whenever you're recruiting some guy, you want at least a little bit of oversight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way though, I guess that's it for me.
Well then, now that I can officially say that you're all level 12, you can officially go up to the snowy mountains and not get killed instantly.
Nice.
Woo! Also, we now have dirigibles, guys, and tanks.
Nice.
The Ripperdos, and oh my god, I'm almost afraid to see how that's going to play out.
Operation Rolling Thunder. That's all I have to say, Ty.
Why do I have a feeling Flory Island's the first thing going to test on Operation Rolling Thunder? And the fact they're not saying anything means I should make a map of it.
Oh, God help you.
Yes, which means I gotta spend the next 2 weeks making the mercenaries.
Woo! Yep.
We'll be heading on off.
Yep.
Finish off the pizza.
I'm gonna
I'm
gonna
thinking.
go myself, guys. I'm pretty tired.
Have a
Yeah,
good one, everybody.
All
I
right.
guess
Take
the
care.
Good playing.
it's a little longer session than usual, but as long as everyone have
It-
fun.
Yep. Good playing with you,
Yeah.
Nameless.
Yeah, in honesty, I'm surprised I have such a high the skies from all this.
well, there was a couple. So what
I-
did Seawall do? Did he create the blimp and the tank?
I only made a dirigible.
I think that's what Seawall is making it, since that's what Kiri just posted images of.
Yeah, I saw the images and I know the reaction, but all I know is there's gonna be a couple good things going for us, Kiri. If we get the ice cream thing done, that's gonna be good. That's another good thing we can have.
Flying,
Yes.
oh my god, flying tanks.
Yeah.
But also, the other thing too that would be good is if we do create these food trucks. I'm
It's
sorry,
able-
Kiri.
able-
I'm sorry, Kiri.
Franchising.
You know how fast my spy network's gonna grow with this?
Exponentially.
Dude, I'm
I
gonna
know.
need to recruit more shadows because of it.
Yeah, and in all honesty, literally, I'm pretty sure Alex is. Oh, sorry, Kusho will be getting so rich so fast because literally just from the ice cream business alone, he's gonna be booming in the summer mainly, and especially in the coastal areas near the equator.
Oh, you know what else we can make that can also combine the ice cream?
Frozen drinks.
No, not just frozen drinks. Nameless, me and you can team up if we do get your ice cream done, and then we do. Then you know what could work? As
What?
well? Combine my donuts with your ice cream, we get cream puffs.
Oh.
We are literally just.
Oh, and also there's also like
We're gonna
Can
become
we-
the Rockefellers, aren't we?
Yes,
uh
Rockefellers of food.
yeah.
It's literally going to be old money versus new money at this probably next session.
Like also for the fact mainly for also like the main thing about ice cream is that we can probably get into like nitrogen ice cream, which can also be if we can get into nitrogen for the making the ice cream, that will also speed up production for ice cream on the fly, as well as also opening opportunities for the medical field of preserving foods and other stuff.
Nitrogen got nitrogen. I know I just love you up. You're gonna need a very
Yes,
high
William.
alchemy check.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, but still, we're gonna have a lot of good things going for us.
Hmm.
I will say though, it is fucking I do think it's funny, Carrie, that we're gonna become the Rockefellers. You of alcohol, me and Nameless of desserts. Actually, no, not even that. Alcohol, desserts. God, what and
Yeah, literally, I'm pretty sure we'll be very popular with the gods of alcohol.
here.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Well, remember, even
God,
paladins come to your bar to drink your alcohol.
yeah, paladins come for the alcohol and my food. Imagine, Nameless, what's gonna happen once they start hearing of your ice cream.
Literally, and not to mention for the alcohol infusions.
Yes, because hell, me and Carrie made alcohol infused donuts. We can make alcohol infused ice cream.
Like, and
Like,
honestly, I don't think like also just realized something. We're also gonna be if it's gonna be regular ice cream, we're definitely and we already have the thing for doing it. I'm pretty sure we can. Actually, this is a good question. Actually, is this the soft serve kind? Because that means we could definitely make milkshakes off the fly.
I imagine it wouldn't be that too difficult to do that.
Oh, because literally, like people would have to worry about being messy and just like drinking on the go.
oh my god,
Oh,
nameless,
and
just say you're making Dairy Queen.
oh my god, literally, I am the Dairy King.
Yes, instead of Dairy Queen, it's Dairy King.
Because my character's male, so yeah, he would be the Dairy King.
I I
Because
actually
also, if we also manage to get into carbonation, we can make floats.
you know what I'm also thinking, Ty? So what we got going on next session is the medical building or the medical training field for Nameless will be probably constructed. There will be a recruiting effort. Let's see. There's also the making of ice cream again. I am trying to woo the panda bear more on our side, which actually, how's the panda bear right now? That's the last thing I was gonna check. Like,
I think the
how's
only thing that's keeping her locked up is her injuries. Once her injuries healed up, then
Yeah, and honestly, I could
oh
probably
wait.
instantly fix those injuries. Actually, hold on a second.
Yeah, I,
I can just fix it right now.
well, I'm still
listen.
recording. Well, I'm still recording, so
Yeah,
go for it.
yeah. So
Yeah,
nameless, I'm gonna nameless. My guy's gonna come up to you and say, I need your help with something.
sure. What do you need?
Follow me. And I'm gonna
All
lead
right
you
then.
to the veterinarian area,
All right
and
then.
and then I'll lead you to the giant panda bear that you see. Now you'll hear me say, "Hey girl, how you feeling?" As I start petting her,
She licks your face.
and I'll look be like, this, and I'll look at her and say, this nice gentleman right here may be able to help you. You can actually go outside because I know how much you hate being cooped up here. And I'll look at Nameless and basically give him the go ahead of like, I don't know if your magic can or you can, but
Are they suffering from any kind of curses, or do you just need like just healing of wounds?
healing of wounds. She went through a lot. She protected so many people against
All
wounds.
right, so I guess I'll be using 5 cure critical wounds, which is so 48 times 48 plus 11. So let's roll 48 plus 11. All right then. So that's rolling for the first cure critical wounds. Do you want to just multiply that by 5?
Uh, roll five. Roll four more.
Okay.
Because it could be higher, it could be lower.
Copying since yeah. All right, 3 more.
So it looks like a 35 is the highest.
Yeah, that's the total HP that is being healed. So you got to add that all together.
I think that's the number I'm looking for. Let me just make sure.
This isn't a check. This is the amount of HP that's being healed.
I know. I know. I had a certain number of how many points you need to heal before the panda's fully healthy.
Oh, I still have also the let me double check what potions I also have to heal them as well. Let me double check my potions. Oh. Cure serious wounds. I have 20 cure serious wounds. Level 3 cleric spell.
You're just pulling all your cure.
Yes. So let me know if I need to get the potions out or my other magic spell slots out.
Nope. I was looking for 150 and you hit it.
Nice.
The panda is now officially healthy.
And as soon as
And I'll hug you, Scrap.
and I'll be like, oh, and I'll hug her back, give her all the belly rubs I can, just like Nameless.
Obviously, she appreciates you under her on top. She appreciates you compared to her former master.
So I like to draw a picture here. Nameless, you've seen my character, right? He's a accomplished chef from what you saw. He's
Yes.
also the commander of or military commander of the Gearmen. Right? He's second in line.
It's basically just a big, gruff, tough person showing a soft side to the most cuddly and adorable thing he is. But except it's just a really large, fluffy creature.
Yes, he is showing you the side that what most people don't see. Remember, I beat up a motherfucker last session for resistant arrest.
I don't know that.
Oh yeah, you don't know that, but literally as we were arresting the husband, or no, the father of the druid bitch.
You just know it has drip bitch. You don't know it has Holly anymore.
Yes, her name is Druid Bitch, and that's what she's getting. Her father tried to kill the panda bear. We arrested the father. I arrested the father, and I asked him, "Just you have anything that might poke, stick, or hurt me?" He kept saying different shit, so I kept slamming his head against the car on the hood of the vehicle, and then Kiri kind of kicked him in the balls.
Yep.
Because if I remember, Kiri, once that Bob was stunned, walked up to him, ripped off this door, and just slammed him to the ground.
No, I think Seawall did that. Like he, just no, that was Kiri. Yeah, Kiri fucking ripped off a door.
Yep.
And it was just, it was funny. It was funny, and
Who joined?
Reese.
Reese,
Oh.
he occasionally sees what's going on here, but
Oh.
just but yeah, now you just see me being all cuddly with a giant ass panda bear,
The wonders of healing magic.
and of course, so we'll be like, this is the nice man that helped you, and Ty, does the panda bear charge towards Nameless to give him a big bear hug?
He is suspicious of Nemus because, well, he doesn't know if his friend or foe. Remember,
Yeah.
his last owner was a quote unquote friend as well, and you see what happened.
Yeah, I'll look at him, or I'll look at her, and be like, it's all right, He helped you, he healed you. Now look at your Nameless, be like, put out one of your hands.
Alright, I slowly, cautiously put out my hand.
It's basically like Ty, when you want to have a pet be friendly to you, you have them sniff your hand first. That is what I'm.
Alright, she
That's
sniffs the hand and let's see what she does. Let's fake decide. She licks it real quick and then slowly backs. She licks it real quick.
Alright, so it shows that she's interested, but not too trusting yet after what happened.
Like, well, she's pretty much going through PTSD ever since her previous owners
Tried to kill
almost
her.
shot her to death.
Yep. Yeah, and I'll relax her, be like, it's okay, girl. And I'll look at your name and be like, she's been through a lot. It'll take some time for her to heal.
But plus, remember, Mrs. Stories, you just go over there and collect the panda.
Yep. Either way, there's no issues here. If you need anything else, let me know. I have more. If you need me to use cast more magic to fix them up, I can do that. Or you need dealing with any sicknesses, I also got the potions for that as well.
And thank you again.
And in fact, just for shits and giggles, you see you see one of Mrs. Fleury's you see some of the Fleury's grunts walking around like, I'd like to collect a panda, please.
And my guy will
Huh?
look
Up,
and
your pretty much right there when the grunt comes
yeah,
in.
I'll look at him as I'll just walk up to him. I'll just adjust myself, get all the fur out of, like try to roll all the fur out, and then I'll look at him. To what do we owe the pleasure of your arrival today?
Say again?
To what do we owe the pleasure of your arrival today, sir?
I heard there's a panda here belonging to the Fleur family, and I like to collect him. He's said to be executed for not following orders.
Well, you see, this certain panda bear is being currently held at the moment due
Say
to
again?
this panda bear is being held due to circumstantial evidence regarding the case against
Holly and Bob.
Harley and Bob, as he is a key witness. As that it goes, we cannot allow you or anyone to interfere with the panda bear.
wait, a key witness? I don't see anyone with an awakening spell here.
What goes on in the proceeding doesn't matter to you. I am saying this as there has been clear evidence that this bear was almost murdered and abused for protecting people, and was also ordered by Harley herself to kill innocent people. Now that is a problem on itself. So if you want to wait until the trial is over, or to explain to us why Harley ordered this bear to attack innocent people, I would love to hear that. But for now, I must ask you to leave.
He just puts up his hands like, "Hey, I'm just a drunt, but I'll stay at the latest hotel until this quote unquote trial is over."
This is a very serious trial. For you seeing it as a quote unquote, as not taking it seriously, shows me all that you are. You don't care about the tragedy that befell these people. I would like to ask you to head back to your hotel and wait.
Say
And
again?
I'll ask you to wait. I'll ask you to wait at your hotel. And you know what? I'll make it simpler. I'll call. So Ty, I'm gonna call up a squad of gearmen, and basically they are. And as the gearmen arrive, I'll be like, please make sure to escort this gentleman back to his hotel, so that way he can make it to his hotel safe and sound.
He bows like, "Yeah, because if I don't return to that bear, I'm not. I'm going. My ship's not going to return back at all. At least not on top of the sea, if you know what I mean. But I want to go to my hotel." So obviously he says that. Obviously, no more to say that if it doesn't return back with a bear, he's not. The,
Stays here.
his ship's going to be shot down on the spot.
Oh yeah, I know. My guy is worrying about the panda bear right now. He
Yeah,
does
well,
not
he's
care.
worried about his life, so different priorities.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm gonna head on out. Gotta prepare dinner and get ready for next gaming session. And Reese, I should be on around
Take care.
10 or so tonight. See you in 2 weeks, Nameless.
Yep. See you in 2 weeks.
See ya.
I love to
Take,
keep this
take
going,
care,
but
buddy.
I really need to change my band-aids, so price it
All right then.
price it tag as well.
All right then. Take care.
Take
Peace.
care.